What's up, my YouTube family? Welcome back to the Gaming Brigade, and this is a video that I have tried to repost at the channel like 2 or 3 times over the last month. There's been rendering issues and audio issues. However, the timing of this seems to be perfect for right now, and that's because we are 1 week away from the final Manhunt target becoming available for this season, and we're right around the corner from Season 11, so a lot of people are working on their builds trying to get ready for that. And as I've said in multiple videos, one of the best ways to farm is jumping into Countdown because of the sheer volume of loot that you can pick up in that game mode. So today, my friends, I'm going to take a few minutes and highlight a few of my favorite versions of a build. Now, if you happen to enjoy this video, do me a favor really quick and hit that like button. We have a 300 like goal per video. You can feel free to subscribe or join as well, and we do have giveaways here. Our current one is for an Xbox Series S. To enter, all you need to do is subscribe here or follow on Twitter, and the winner will be announced December 31st of this year. So throughout the video itself, you're going to see a bunch of different gameplay. Right here, you can see I'm on normal difficulty taking out a hunter, which is no problem whatsoever. We're going to skip ahead until the end. Again, you're taking out all the NPCs without a problem. And then you'll see some footage with my playing on hard difficulty, playing solo, and then we're going to jump into challenging and heroic when I'm in a group. And as I said earlier, I will be showing you different ways to put this thing together. And what's great is that this is gear that we've had for minutes. So, while I'm farming for the new gear, because I want to obviously create new builds and things like that, I have a go-to build that I can pretty much use for everything. So starting off with the specialization, I'm using Gunner for a bunch of reasons. The main one, however, is because it gives you the ability to use the Banshee Pulse, and if you're playing Countdown on your own, that is really going to help you out when you're facing hunters solo. So again, it's up to you which one you choose. I recommend this one. There are also some other great benefits with this specialization, and remember, regardless of which one you choose, always have the proper weapons activated in your weapon skill tree. That way you always get that 15% weapon damage bonus. My primary weapon for this build is the Scorpio shotgun. When you're playing Countdown on your own, or really anything in this game, it's just such an amazing weapon to use. And for those of you that may not have it as yet, you can farm it anywhere the shotgun is targeted loot. And if you happen to play on Xbox, do me a favor, leave your gamer tag in the description down below. I will be reaching out to players. I want to try to help you farm for this and the Memento backpack if you're missing those items. My secondary weapon for this build is a Vector SMG with the talent Close and Personal, where killing a target within 7 meters grants 30% weapon damage for 10 seconds. And that is a monster of a talent, because with a build like this, you're pretty damn close to NPCs most of the time. Now we make our way to the gear. You can see I'm running 4 Hunter's Fury, 1 Badger Tough, and the Memento backpack. And starting with the mask, it's the first piece of Hunter's Fury. And we're running 4 pieces, so we get all of the gear set bonuses. We get that 15% shotgun and SMG damage, 20% armor on kill, and 100% health on kill. But the main thing is Apex Predator, because with that, enemies within 15 meters receive a debuff, amplifying your weapon damage against them by 20%. Killing a debuffed enemy with your weapon disorients other enemies within 5 meters and amplifies weapon damage by 5% for 10 seconds, stacking up to 5 times. Moving on to the body armor, it's the 1 piece of Badger Tough we have equipped, so we get that 10% shotgun damage bonus. Now I'm using the talent Intimidate because I'm using the Memento backpack as well, and with that I'm always stacking that bonus armor. And like I said, I'll show you another bag you can use if you don't have the Memento, but with this talent, while you have bonus armor, you're going to gain 1 stack each second up to a max of 7. Each stack increases your weapon damage by 5% to enemies within 10 meters. And once again, because you're always so close to NPCs, that talent should be running pretty much non-stop. Now we make our way to the holster, the knee pads, and the gloves. On this piece, I decided to roll my core attribute to armor because I wanted a little more survivability, and pretty much on all of these pieces, I'm trying to stack crit hit chance and crit hit damage. Finally, my friends, we have the backpack, and for this version of the build, I'm using the Memento because as a solo player, it is the best bag that you can use without a doubt, because you're earning all of those trophies. You're getting weapon damage, bonus armor, skill efficiency, you have a long-term buff and a short-term buff. And as I said earlier, if you happen to play on Xbox and you don't have this backpack or the Scorpio, please let me know in the comment section down below. I want to help you farm, because these are 2 pieces that can really help your builds like no other. Like, it's absolutely insane. Now, as far as the skills go, I'm using the Crusader Shield because things can get a little hectic if you're doing heroic sometimes, or or if you're doing challenging or heroic in countdown. And I'm also using the Banshee Pulse, which again is exclusive to the gunner specialization. And like I said earlier, if you're playing countdown on your own, they really help out with the hunters. Now, as promised, I wanted to show you a different variation of the build. So we're going to start off with the body armor, and with that we had the talent Intimidate, but that is based on getting that bonus armor. Now there are other ways to get it other than the Memento, and we'll cover that in a second, but right now let's say if you want to do something that's going to help your character, you're playing solo, you want to use Unbreakable, and if you happen to run into a group, what I suggest doing is using the talent Vanguard, because with that, every single time you deploy your shield, you're going to give your squad mates extra bonus armor, so again, anytime you can help out the group, you definitely want to do so. Which now brings us to talking about how do you put the build together without the Memento backpack, and thankfully you have a lot of choices that can really get the job done. So first of all, we're going to talk about the named bag, the setup, which is a named Uzina bag, and it has the talent Perfectly Opportunistic. Now if you do not have this named bag, that's fine, you can put it on any piece of gear, you could do a second piece of Badger Tough and just put the regular Opportunistic on there. And one more final thing, for those of you that want to be able to use a more aggressive talent on the chest like Intimidate, you have other options with your bag as well. You could use something with a talent Bloodsucker, which is going to give you bonus armor every time you take out an NPC. And you also have the talent Adrenaline Rush or Perfect Adrenaline Rush, which is going to give you that bonus armor when you're close to NPCs. So again, this goes back to something I said earlier, take your time when you're putting something together and truly make a build your own. Now as I start to wrap this video up, and this is something I mentioned earlier today in a news video, but for me, I'm still playing the game because I'm enjoying it, and really, you know, between now and when we get new content with Season 11, I'm just going to be highlighting a lot of my favorite builds to use, and if there is a specific build or a type of build you'd like to see, please let me know. With all that being said, I want to take a moment and thank you all for your incredible support of this channel, and remind you, if you happen to be new here, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button. If you enjoyed this, you could hit that like button as well, but most importantly, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks again, everyone.